Another 1-0 loss, Matt, but did that feel like a step forward from last week, progress?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, we talked about trying to improve on last week. We highlighted some things. Last week was a different challenge to tonight, and it posed different questions. And what probably we struggled to do was to find the answers to those questions in the first half, and we gave them a little bit of help and a little bit of support at half time. And I think the second half showed a little bit more of what we're about and what qualities we can bring.
Carried more of a goal threat tonight. I thought perhaps it was a better football game, perhaps you can put it that way, and there were more chances.
Yeah, I think obviously the pitch helped. The pitch here is fantastic, so credit to Bamber Bridge for that. And like you said, we did create more chances. I thought because the pitch was good, we were able to play. Our patterns started to come out. We moved the ball quite well at times. We switched play well. And like you said, I keep mentioning it, but we created some good chances, but with a little better decision making, a little better quality, we made them into really good chances. And I think we were a little bit unlucky to come away without having scored tonight. A little bit unlucky to come away having lost it as well. But yeah, overall, I think it's another step forward for the group.
Absolutely, the pitch helps, of course. But Connor Stanley played very well tonight. Runs were very well with the ball, doesn't he? And he sort of stepped forward tonight.
Yeah, he does. Connor brings a lot of technical quality. Obviously, coming from Man United, what Connor does very well is he receives and breaks lines with his positioning. What we've been working on with Connor is to try and then, once he breaks those lines, is to try and get at the back four. Often or sometimes he will break the line and then come back into play. But tonight he showed flashes where he broke the line, got at the back four, and really started to create chances when he drives at players. So that's really pleasing from our point of view, because it's some information we've given him and he's taken it on board, and I think he's shone really well tonight.
Yeah, we talk about different challenges teams are going to face, and the classic ones. And Nathan Pond, he's been around forever. A real old handful, played up front tonight, and against teenagers. And that's all part of the learning curve.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I think when you look at the game and you say, well, how tough is the game? And you see Pondy up against an 18-year-old and a 17-year-old. That's how tough the game is. These are the challenges that we're providing these players, and I think, to put it in perspective, I think the pre-season programme is a really difficult one for our lads, but that's what we want. We want them to be challenged. We want them to be pushed outside the comfort zone. We're learning a lot about the players at the moment, and they're learning a lot about themselves. And this is what happens when you push them out of the comfort zone. And I actually think the centre halves dealt with him really well today. I think first half, we probably opened the channels too often to be playing it into his feet. Second half we were a little bit neater and we stopped that ball to feet. But Lamine came through, won some headers, won his duels. Noah and Seans did similar as well. So really pleasing overall.
In terms of experience, Backer's had a run out tonight, obviously for a purpose, to get some fitness. But again, that must be just good for the group that can happen, and the first team manager is watching.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and to have Backer here is brilliant. It's good for him. It's good that we can support the first team with what they need as well. But you've got Backer and Tutty who's supporting the team. You have the manager and the staff here tonight that come in at half time and support what we're doing. It's just a fantastic environment where we're going to continuously learn. We're going to develop players in it, so that's really pleasing.
And lastly, the build-up continues at Southport next week, which will be going up another level. So is this as you'd hoped it would be?
Yeah, it gets tougher and tougher, and the lads have to stand up to that task. I think physically we've stood up to the tasks, which I'm really pleased about, because sometimes it can be a little bit nervy when you're up against players that maybe 5-10 years your age. But I think they've handled that really well. What we have to handle better is probably the tactical questions that are asked, and what we want to do is get to a point where they can solve those problems in action, rather than waiting for the support from the coaching staff from the sidelines at half time. But like we said, we're going to Southport. They'll give us a different challenge altogether, and we're going to have to work really hard off the ball to try and get ourselves into the game really at Southport. And I keep telling the lads that they've got to earn the right to play, and next week we're going to have to work really hard to earn that right to play, because they're a very good side, who in a league above here, and will be a real stern task for us.